Hello, church family. Recently, we've had some changes to our staff, and we thought it would be helpful to send out an update and explain some of these changes, just so you know who's on our team and who's doing what. We've also updated our website to reflect this, and so you can go there, and there are summaries next to each person's name that clarify their role and kind of what their area of focus is on our team. So you can check that out, but we thought this might be helpful as well to give a little more information on exactly who's on our team and what they're doing. So first of all, I know many of you know Jeff Simpson, and he's served for the last several years as our pastoral resident. And that our pastoral residency program is really aimed at taking newly ordained clergy and forming them for ministry in the church. And so Jeff has completed that, and we've decided to ask him to stay on to serve in the position of associate pastor at Church of the Advent. So we're very excited about that. What does that mean in terms of his responsibilities? Well, in some ways it will be a continuation of what he's been doing. His priestly ministry of occasional preaching, administering the sacraments, providing pastoral care, things like that. But in addition to that, he's going to be overseeing our discipleship and core groups. He's going to take full leadership over all of our ministry teams, and he's going to be leading our youth ministry. And so we're delighted that Jeff is staying on. We're thrilled to have him. He's been a fantastic addition to the team. Now, as he transitions out of the pastoral residency position, we've decided to invite Hillary Van Wagenen to step into that position. Now, the difference between Jeff and Hillary is that Jeff is ordained as a priest. Hillary has just recently been ordained as a deacon, as a vocational deacon, meaning long-term permanent deacon. And she has already, I think, blown us all away as she has stepped into this role. Just to see her gifts emerge has been wonderful for those of us close to her. Just to see that happen, and all the ways that God is already using her. But we've asked her to step into this pastoral residency position. And I know there's been some confusion around the terminology, so just to help you understand, the office to which she's been ordained is as a deacon. But her job title, because the primary nature of her work at Church of the Advent is going to be pastoral, her job title is assistant pastor. So she's doing pastoral work as a deacon, as a member of our staff. And her work is going to have two primary components to it. She's going to be coordinating our pastoral care, meaning she will be triaging situations, helping connect people to resources. She'll be providing some of that care directly herself, and then she'll be connecting people to other care providers and resources as appropriate. So she's sort of going to be the nerve center, just making through situations and people aren't falling through the cracks and making sure people get connected to the help and the resources that they need. So she's going to be playing that role. And then she's also going to continue to direct the music ministry. So she's working with several teams and a rotation of leaders and helping support that and do all of the sort of logistics and organization that requires, as well as playing occasionally herself. And so we've been excited to have Hillary join our team. As I said, she's already doing extremely well. The other thing that she's going to be doing, in addition to these two broad categories, is she's going to be our staff lead for women's ministry, so particularly focusing on the needs of women, and she's going to continue to work within our prayer ministry. So we're very excited about all the things that Hillary's going to be doing. Also excited to announce that Sharon Walsh has joined our team on a part-time basis as our new operations coordinator. She's providing support for both operations and communications. She actually worked as an operations manager for 22 years in Anglican churches in the UK before coming here. She became a Christian as an adult at a church in Oxford, and she moved to DC from London in February of 2023 with her American husband, Tom Walsh, and they joined Church of the Advent shortly after. As she says, she loves imposing order on chaos and using the gifts of organization and administration that God has given her, and we love having her on our team, because as many of you know, there's a lot of chaos, and so anyone who can come in and impose order on that is on the side of the angels. So we're very excited to have her with us as well. And then last but not least, we have Michael Ellison, who is joining us as a summer intern from May to August. Advent's summer internship program is intended to form people who are discerning a call to ordination. Michael was born and raised in Manassas, Virginia. He started attending Church of the Advent when he moved to Washington, D.C. to study at the Catholic University of America. There he studies philosophy, theology, and history. And in his free time, he can be found playing music on one of his 6 instruments that he plays, or reading, or traveling, or enjoying the outdoors, or spending time with friends. He has worked at Christian youth summer camps. He's worked in housing and homelessness service programs and in many church ministries. But worship, leading musical worship, has always held a special place in his heart. After college, he hopes to continue his education by attending seminary and becoming an Anglican priest. So we thought he would be a perfect candidate for our internship program. So you'll see him serving in various capacities, and very excited to have him. In addition to those who are part of our team in that way, we also have some non-stipendiary clergy, assisting clergy, as we call them, and we're very fortunate to have 3 people serving in that capacity: Jeff Bailey, Rob Kresh, and Lisa Schultz. And this may be a new term for you, but that simply refers to people who are ordained and yet they're not employed by the church. They have other jobs. And so each of our assisting clergy have full-time jobs in addition to families and kids. And so their primary way of serving is on Sundays during our worship services, where they perform their clerical roles. You will occasionally see them up front helping and assisting with our liturgy. And aside from that, they essentially function like any other member of the congregation. They volunteer their time as they can. So they're different in that they're ordained, so they can do certain things with that limited time that other people can't do, and they step in those ways on a kind of ad hoc basis. But it's important to understand that because they have other full-time jobs and families, their capacity is a lot more limited. So we have Jeff Bailey, who is a priest in our diocese. He actually works for the diocese. We have Rob Kresh, who is part of another diocese, but he's licensed to serve in our diocese, and he works at the World Bank. And then we have Lisa Schultz, who is ordained as a deacon, who works at the Synod Chaplain's office. So these are people that we're very grateful to have. But in terms of their time and energy, we do a lot to sort of safeguard their time and energy to make sure that it's being used in a sustainable way. So hopefully that clears some of this up. As I said, you can find a short description of all of this on our clergy and staff page on our website, so you can go check that out if you have any questions. I spent some time praying for you this morning. I hope you're well. God bless you.